Hey guys, on this video I would like to share with you my best tip when it comes to learning or start learning a brand new language. So the strategy or the tip that I always follow when it comes to learning a brand new language is that find out exactly what you want to do at the end. I mean, what is your goal and why did you start learning this language in the first place? You have to clarify this before you start going any further. At the beginning, that's fine. Just like most people, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start learning phrases such as hello, how are you, thank you, and so on, which is great. We all have to start somewhere, let's just be honest. But at the end of the day, once you pass that, where do you go from there? And when you know what you need and where you want to be, it just makes the process so much easier. For example, in my scenario, first I was born in Japan. That being said, of course my first language is Japanese, but first language is slightly different compared to second, third, and so on. The second language is English. So, as I said in the previous video, I came to US when I was 15. I was a high school kid and I learned English. How did I learn it? So I was basically put in American high school straight out of Japanese middle school. Actually, I moved here, it was 2 days before my middle school graduation day, so I didn't even get to graduate my middle school. So my pressure was that if I didn't get my high school diploma in high school, I will be elementary school grad. And you know, nowadays, elementary school grad and finding a job, that would be ridiculous. Anyway, so my incentive and my goal at that point was to learn a language so that I can pass the high school exam without a problem. And at that time, there was a program such as ESL and everything else helped me excel a lot, and being in the environment was great. And after I got a hold of English, which took me quite some time because that was my first foreign language to study and I didn't know what I was doing or whatsoever. But when it came to second, I started learning Italian. The reason being I got into cooking and all this. I really wanted to read Italian recipes in the original text. That was my goal. I wanted to be able to read those original recipes, and that being said, I knew what I had to do. And focusing things on pronunciation wasn't on my top of my priority list, let's just say, but things like grammatical structures and such became more important. And most recently, I've started studying Spanish, and I think I'm into several years now. But this is another language that was a little bit easier because I already studied Italian. But the reason that I started studying Spanish was that here I work in the United States in the kitchen. Spanish is everywhere. There's so many different dialects, so many different versions of it, and to me, it definitely helped me learn it because I was always immersed. And last, the reason behind it is not just because it was everybody spoke a job, that it made my job easier ultimately by knowing the language so that I can communicate with my staff directly in their language, and that meant a lot to me. So it sounds very simple, and I wish I could give you more solid tips such as like, oh, do this and you'll be fluent. But unfortunately, just like anything else, you know, language learning is like a lifelong process, and I think we just have to start somewhere. And as I said in the beginning, finding out exactly why you're studying it gives you the direction and gives you that motivation to learn and keep going. So that being said, this has to be my number one tip that I always give when somebody asks me, so do you have any tips on learning new languages and so on. So again, I'm just gonna make this a quick video. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, and if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. Again, my name is Takeshi, and see you next video. Thanks.